could seat you by the fire. Listen, listen. There's something I must confide. I know I said that it'd be fine. I know I made it look like it'd be alright, but I think I learned my lesson, and I'm not gonna let you out of my sight. You can call me killer, 'cause I'll bring you to the light. And it might taste bitter when you're answering to God. You can call me killer as you look into my eyes. Nothing but a sinner. You
Trying hard, but you wanna be my friend. Ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. Here we go again. Call my bluff, I'ma be here till the end. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out. Here we go again. Time is up and I'm calling up my friends. Ain't no wonder why, ain't no one to ride to. Here we go again. Call me up and you wanna be my friend. I'm the one you ride, I'm the one you ride to. If you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out. Look, if you don't wanna change, ain't no place to hide, ain't no one to run to. If you don't wanna change, I can help you out, 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 I can help you out. I'm alone, I'm a broken home. I gave you all the bricks that I own and know. I'm letting go, I'm breaking these walls down, breaking these walls down. If you want adventure, then fly to home. But if you wanna travel, then go alone. Yeah, what's the point in us if I never know? Yeah, if you're gonna leave, I'ma let you go. I'm tired of the pain. Go away. I'm tired of yesterday. I fell where my demons dwell. My own little nightmare, I call it hell. Oh well, it's time to get back up. Climbing and climbing, I'm done with this ride, is what I tell myself, so I could feel something else. Yeah, I guess I had my bad days, but it doesn't mean I lost my style. Darling, where were you when my heart was on the ground? I thought time would prove that you
And I've been chillin', watching the ocean with you. Baby, up with a slow motion crew. And we up in our cloudlands when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the monsoon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. And I'll be running, possessed by a low, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on the full moon. And we're stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Play me like a bass guitar, simmer down and mash me up, tripping like I'm Jimmy at Woodstock. Drive me around in your red Ford, shivers down my spinal cord. Oh, 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 oh. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Hold on.
When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind works backwards just for a minute, I follow you before the memory's gone. I remember you. You lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. 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 'Cause
right as we head right into the action. It will be Inferno into the knife round with Ballsack United and Revel. Going head-to-head, a little bit of a knife display from Reaper. Ooh, Doppler, huh? Well, let's see if he can put those knives to good use. He gets a right click in, and his teammates are going to do the damage all the way across. He doesn't get a second right click, though, and that may be the detriment of the team, because if he had, he would have gotten a kill and lived into a 2 versus 1, but Ballsack United win the knife round either way, and they will be sticking on their CT side. The crosshair on your screen is my crosshair, so let's just, let's change that altogether. Let's copy my code. Sure, I'll take that. Change it to the good old green, give it an outline, maybe a little bit more lengthy, and there you go. Typical caster crosshair right there. I'm basically a pro at it by this point. Utility bought up by 3 of the CTs at this point with a dual Beretta set onto Axiom. Most of the T's are going to head into the alt of mid, though, trying to make their way into the apartments. And there's a peek coming through, and it's Kraken who finds the opener. Still a player there, though. He's going to continue to fight for a moment. Tyre needs some help, though, and Bapsy's going to be here in the boiler. He wasn't spotted earlier on. He'll find 2 kills before going down to Awake himself. And it's the rotation over from the B-bomb site that's much needed, 2 versus 3. It's actually the dual Beretta sent to the B-bomb site this time around, something that I actually don't see all too often. It's usually towards the top of the balcony, but the bomb will be planted. 2 flashbangs even still from the T side, and a hard way back into things, to say the least. It's going to be a crawl through lane with pit player just jiggling back and forth. It's Awake to make first contact on it. A player in the apartments, though, should be quick to the rotation should he be needed. Axiom's actually made his way across, though, and into the bomb site he goes very quickly. He's got a player behind him, but the head's been spotted from Kraken in the back. He'll be dealt with. On top of the bomb, though, is Axiom. No kit. Knife in. Jackrow's going to be finding it. It's endless to try and trade it back, but he will be unsuccessful in doing so in the round. Will go the way of Revel in a little bit of a turn of events. It's the pullback. UMP for Bapsy. The rest are going to be on Deagles across the board for Ballsack United. The AKs in the hands of Reaper and Jackrow are good to go to town, but the SMGs are able to farm up that money if they get any closer by, and it's Awake who's already gotten into the apartments. He's got this MAC-10. He's gotten close enough, and Jackrow will open up the top of the B-bomb site. But Awake has gotten a lot of footstep information that they're walking away from A, which may pull them back to grab the bomb, which is still inside a T-spawn, and make their way over towards the A-bomb site itself as Reaper cracks open yet another skull. The A-bomb site is left completely open. Nothing left for them to worry about. Axiom, though, has a lot to worry about, seeing as they are all the way through the B-bomb site. His teammates already lost his life severes on the other end. And Axiom may try as he like, but perhaps he's on as lonesome at this stage of the game. They're going to make their way into the site. Bomb will try and be planted, but Bapsy actually does get that kill. A little bit of money into his pocket at the very least, but that's going to be all she wrote. 2-0, and Ballsack United are down with no buy. Anthran official. Gross. Yuck. Haha, JK, I love Anthran. I do like Anthran. Anthran's fun. One of the most fun. Cool. Nades go down mid. All that they really bought up into this round, other than a couple of pistols. It's endless at the top of the first oranges, while Severe scouts out the top of the B-bomb site. What the f... Just messing around, man. I'm just kidding. You know me. Top of A, and Jackrow will deal with Bapsy. Not that big of a deal. It's still a save round for Ballsack United either way, hoping to buy up into the next and give them some hell. But here it's just going to be the eco damage, trying to find a couple of guns, make them reinvest into the guns that they have already bought, and that's a good bait from the player inside of CT, and Endless is going to capitalize off of that. The 5-7 headshot is well connected, and Tyre has the ability to reach out into Archway, but he won't connect. His shining light has been giving to him, but he's not able to capitalize off of that one. Yados. This is main. They're not going to be forgetting to clear that part of the map out, and Reaper will make sure of it. Actually picks up the Deagle as a monumento. Or memento? I think it's memento. Yeah, memento of players past. And Axiom and Endless are left to try as they may to find a couple more kills here. One found by the CTs. Axiom may have good ability to find the next. Still a Mach 10 in the hands of Awake. It's somewhat of a bonus round. They've got a lot of money in their pockets for the most part. Should they lose out, they should still be able to buy up on all the players they would like to, but they're wrapping Arch very quickly, and Awake is already around the corner. He's making this a very dangerous entry, trying to find the right player. The AWP inside of the A bomb site's eventually going to be dropped. Yados has the responsibility of trading his teammate's life, but now Bapsy has foregone the smoke at Moto in a 3 versus 3 retake. Now the CTs have good amount of utility to retake with only a singular flashbang in the hands of Kraken. The ever-capable hands, nonetheless, so be careful even still. The CTs are going to have to get a move on now because Endless is the only player with a kit, and he's setting up the utility for their way into the re-entrance, and it doesn't look like they're going to be getting any sort of ground anytime soon as the smoke eventually blooms at the side of Pit. Find that first kill. It's another one for Kraken in return, though, and he's got 3 kills in the round already. It looks like he's going to find that 4th, maybe even a 5th. It looking like an ace, but it's not going to be. Axiom will deny him of that, but we won't deny them of the round. Bada bing, bada boom. That's what the bomb says as it goes off, as it detonates, and the CT side are left with pennies in their bank accounts to put together a buy into the 5th. Revel, though, are looking pretty. Sitting pretty even, as they have 5 AK-47s to be bought into this round. I'm not sure if they're going to go for the AWP, and they actually will. It's Severe to pick it up. Utility across the board for them as well, playing up against just a mixture of pistols across the BU men. Or boys, who knows. Slow and steady control, playing up against an Eco. The Eco is either going to go very quickly or they're going to be playing passively inside of the sites, and that seems to be the latter. That's most likely, and now they know that there's at least one more player in the B-bomb site, so they're assuming a stack. Tyre, though, actually does get a kill in the apartment, so it'll immediately be dealt with by Reaper in the side. Here comes Bapsy trying to get something done with a flashbang going ahead of him. He has an opportunity to take out Jackro, but he kind of buffs it. Reaper still clearing out the A-bomb site, looking for anybody who's left straggling, and good timing on him because he goes through the boiler side, and it's Yados trying to pick up an AK-47 off of a fallen comrade Awake that he had dropped earlier on, but the round looks almost flawless. Not quite, but just about as good as it gets, and they're starting to build up a little bit of a surplus here as they reach most of their players above the $5,000 mark. Reaper only $50 shy. AWP into the hands of Tyre this time around, something that may prove to be important to them in the rounds to come because we haven't seen it just yet. We've only seen it from Severe. He hasn't done a whole lot with it, but that won't really matter. I love this angle from Tyre. It's one that never gets old. Awake is going to jiggle into it, actually, expecting that to come through, and he could be the difference maker in the round, having found that space for his team. And now he's aware of the fact that there's a player in long haul as well, who's eventually taken his attention away, fallen off. Reaper still in the corner of mid. Baps picking up the AWP. Now things get interesting. The B-bomb site has lost a player's life as well. Endless, the only player left standing by, drops a smoke just to keep them at bay for a moment's notice. He's going to need a rotation if they're going to commit to that side of the map, but there actually is a rotation over. All 3 of the CTs have made their way back. The smoke goes Endless. Kill to be found. AWP's up first. Not the best decision, but either way, Jackro will make it look a lot more comfortable than it actually is. Nade on top of the body of Kraken, and it looks like, I think that he no-scoped him even before the nade had detonated. So a 2 versus 3 with 3 flashbangs. It's not the easiest of rounds to say the least, but definitely doable, seeing as Reaper and Jackro are so very low, but I don't think they're going to be going for this as the smoke denies them all their vision required. They don't have a kit on Bapsy, only Yados, and he's already so far back into CT. It looks like it's the end of days for the squad as Revel do find their 6th. They start to run away with the first half in their T side. We'll see how long that lasts for as they do find a couple of kills before exiting. Yados not playing with the idea of fighting into Reaper after he had dropped his teammate into the dirt. And Mitch joins us, my favorite player of all time. Probably. Has been in control as usual, not really being contested by the T's. Or the CTs, rather, in any way. They don't have the utility to be making any sort of a play. They don't have the weaponry to afford it. There's actually Tyre up in the apartments who will be spammed down by Awake through the wall. His teammate is nowhere nearby. Yados with the only fully automatic rifle that the team has. Actually, the only weapon that isn't a pistol on his team, more importantly. They will be able to bring that back into round number 8. But Revel have done a really good job of not playing into their opponent's hands throughout the game so far. They're really just playing their own game. They're not changing the pace a whole lot, but Yados finds 2, maybe even a third as the AWP misses his chance, and that's a 3K for him, giving them the only man advantage that we've seen in the last couple of rounds in recent memory, and Reaper has the job of clearing out the A-bomb site on his lonesome. He goes around the corner of the smoke at the side of A. He has a cold Zera player to still deal with. Yados has already gotten 3 in the round, looking for his 4th in the 2 versus 2, but Endless making his way down through Banana has to be a lot faster than that, because his teammate has a lot on his shoulders. You go on my phone now. Okay. Okay. I'll put you to sleep with my very soothing, quiet, deep, restless voice. Yados. Getting spammed from the wall will eventually find yet another frag for his ace. Jackro not quite going to give it to him, though, in the 1 versus 1. He has Endless to deal with, who's picked up an AWP. Not his weapon of choice, I don't believe. Definitely not one that he's poor with. Jackro playing a very intelligent angle on the other side of the site. Wins out the 1 versus 2 clutch, denying Yados of the heroic play that he had given for his team in sacrifice to win out the round, as the Pistols aren't exactly able to do what he had hoped. It's going to be the round of the wayside as Revel finds 7 and ball... I don't really want to say that all too much more. You're right. BU are still yet to find a singular round. I'm fumbling on my words just a little bit every now and then. I gotta figure that out. Early man advantage for the CT side once again. This time granted by Tyre, who's picked up the AWP towards middle, dropped a life, and now it's a 5v4, as Revel have to scout out the rest of the map a man down. It's going to be a little bit more difficult for them, as... See, it's kind of telling that the smoke comes from the A-bomb site towards middle, and I think Reaper may know that, but he doesn't really want to give away his life in the case that that isn't true. He would have absolutely had a timing under the player over at Archway, or players over in Archway, rather. But instead, the rest of Revel have already taken real estate towards the B-bomb site, smoked off by Reaper. Very poorly smoked off by Reaper, and that will literally cost him his life. The smoke... Or not... Why am I saying Reaper is the one that I was spectating? It's Axiom who goes down. A half-blind spray grants Kraken the way into the bomb site. Nade pulled by Babsy. Poor timing as he's rushed down on the side of Coffins at 2 versus 3 in the retake tier. Tyre? I honestly don't know how to pronounce this name. I wish that I could talk to the players before the games, because this is just one of those things that I just can't control. So I feel like somebody at some point is going to be like, it's not Tyre, it's Tyre. Or the other way around. Or Tur. I don't know, man. Spell your names with some kind of semblance of what it should be pronounced, you know? I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm just a dumb caster. 8-0, and BU get that first kill on the AWP, and it's not going to be enough for them. The B-bomb site hold falls a little bit short. And Tyre Tur finds a P2000 Urban Hazard from opening a container. So, everyone congratulate him, do a little bit of a clap. And the match has been paused, likely by the CT side, figuring out what's going wrong. A lot has been going wrong all across the map thus far, and there's a lot to analyze, but they're going to try and discuss with one another to figure some alternative solution out to what has been falling to pieces for them thus far. It's Severe once again back on the AWP. Tyre saving his from the last round as well. The buyback can come through from the CT side. Famas has dropped over from player to player. That bodes pretty well for them. And their utility certainly isn't bad either. So, I'd like to say that this is really last chance saloon from BU, because should they not come through with this round, it's going to be a very, very uphill battle from then on, seeing as Revel have already won out the half. There's no telling what kind of damage they can do moving forwards. Towards the top of Banana they go. Very fast. The smoke towards Banana doesn't miss this time around, but the player at the top of First Orange actually drops off, and Jackro's going to be spamming blindly into what he thinks is where the player could be. USP pull from Axiom. Could have probably gone for a reload. Not that big of a deal, though, as his teammates are actually going to be isolated in the 4 versus 4. Low HP on a Kraken and Endless on both sides of things, but the bomb has been planted, and that is the most important piece of information to take into consideration. Awake playing on the other end of the smoke towards Coffins, where he knows that the player who had just previously been there resides. Endless kind of forced into an awkward position for it. But Reaper's been smoked off from Banana. They do have an entryway back into this one. A Molotov on top of Kraken, likely going to burn out of position down to 13 HP. Turns from the flashbang. Severe's going to save his life through the smoke. He'll find yet another frag. It actually isn't a smoke kill, surprisingly enough. I'm not sure how that works out, but Tyre going to try and save this AWP. Not going to be able to, though. There are so many players here. Surely he doesn't find all of them, only the one. 9-0. Kraken going down to the bomb at the end of the day. It's a formality. It's a unimportant life to lose at that stage, as their money is still more than good enough to buy up into the next couple of rounds should they lose every single one of them. The CT side can't exactly say the same, though. Desert Eagle into the hands of Tyre. He's got $2,200 with max loss bonus, so I can only assume that he's looking to find that op in rounds to come. Top of Banana, not yet gained. Kraken slowly but surely inching his way through, and there's... Wow, I was going to say there's no way Bapsy's giving away that much of his body for a player to find, but Awake timingly meets his demise as Reaper the Genius spams yet another to make things look a lot better. Kraken's on top of Banana has not yet cracked open that part of the map for his squad. Jackro may have a quick kill onto the Desert Eagle, making his way through the smoke, though. How does he know? He knows in some way. I just don't know how. These players are just so much smarter than I am. I should get a brain, maybe. Two between the bomb sites. CT's very, very low on utility and health. Flashbang into the apartments, though. Maybe could be something that they could utilize. But he pulls off instead. A flashbang goes forward, and now the T's are wrapping around every side. Bapsy on only 10 HP can only hope to do so much in this situation. Another rotation comes in from the B-bomb site. And I say that, but there is no rotation to be had. A 10th round reaching double digits now are Revel, making this look like a pretty much clean sweep. BU are, to put it nicely, not looking to be playing their best Counter-Strike, but Revel have been firing on all cylinders at this point in time. Taking a look at the leaderboard, it's Kraken leading the scoreboard in terms of kills with 133 ADR, 12 kills, 7 deaths. On the other side of things, though, it's Bapsy doing what he can, not really doing a whole lot, but still what he can. That's 7 and 10. I feel like the kills and deaths look a little bit wider spread than you may think. If I put my hand over the 0-9 and then showed you the kills and the deaths on the server right now, I feel like you wouldn't believe it's a 9-0 scoreline, but kills don't really mean a whole lot when the rounds aren't being won, do they? 1-0-2-0. Not a whole lot of time left for the CT side to start swinging back into this game with confidence. Banana control being given up time and time again, not really fighting for it. Jackro getting all of the information that he needs, all of the space that he needs to make some sort of an opening happen towards the front side of B. Meanwhile, on the A-bomb side, they are taking a little bit more initiative on finding information. But like I said, top of the B-bomb site, Kraken and Jackro get more than what they bargained for, but they'll still win out anyway. It's 2 players make it just the 1 as Endless retrieves his teammates. Famas takes a couple of shots through the smoke, and he doesn't have any utility to make this oncoming hit stop. Axiom isolated again. Yeah, honestly, it's ridiculous. At the B-bomb site specifically, I honestly can't understand how they're playing this and expecting it to work consistently, but either way, it's the AWP who brings 1 back at the very least. He's been kind of a shining light in a couple of these equalizing situations, although he hasn't been popping off in any means. He's definitely been giving them the equal situation to play with, and this CT side setup on B could be one that proves fruitful as a flashbang goes into the pool. Endless boosted up with a Molotov and a FAMAS. It's Bapsy who has the flashbang that could end all be all to the round. Let's see how it works out. Molotov on the entry. Flashbang going off for Bapsy. Does blind up one, but a counter flash from the T side actually blinds them as well. It's Endless who's been boosted and not spotted yet. Burns one alive. Gets another opportunity on the AWP player, into the bomb site they go still, and a man disadvantage for Revel as the bomb is planted. Interesting to where we go from here. We'll have to see. Jackro, not hard at all. Flashbang goes right in front of him, and Yados is now completely locked away from the fight, but he's got to worry about his side over at Construction. He takes one down, one very low on HP as well, and it's 5 HP for Tyre in the 1 versus 1. The fully automatic rifle versus the USP, and it's the AK that comes out on top to give Revel their 11th, continuing to remain flawless in terms of the rounds, and a quadra kill for Kraken as we go the distance in half number 1, round number 12, and but I keep trying to not say their name. BU yet to find a single glimmer of hope. Just woke up. What did I miss? Not much. It's been pretty much the same thing for 11 rounds straight, and BU have not found a contingency to pull back on to try and remedy that fact as they're playing with 3 rifles in this round, kind of scrapping together whatever buy they can. And the AWP picks out one of the Deagles up towards mid, and now they're immediately into a man disadvantage, and I don't know where you go from here as the T side have every single advantage they could possibly hope for. Are you not allowed to say? I mean, I'm allowed to, but like I shouldn't. It's just like stupid. Like I don't. It's kind of like a dumb name, you know? I don't know. It's kind of just like a stupid thing for me to have to say, so I would rather avoid it. Say United or BU. Wow, that like what is that kind of a spray from Yados? Jackro eventually pulls it back. Thankfully, Bapsy goes in for more, and he'll lose his life as well. You silly goose! You're gonna have your head cleaned and your clock cleaned just the same if you go into the crosshairs of Jackro in a game like this. They're feeling themselves. Why give them that extra mile? A 4 versus 2 in favor of Revel. Bomb will be planted. Not a whole lot that BU can do about it, and that will be the end of days. Say it because it's funny. Say it because it's funny. I'll say it just because you told me to. Uber Watermelon Twitch. How's that? Say ballsack. Say ballsack with 2 Ks. Say ballsack. Say ballsack. Say ballsack. 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 Balls. Is that enough? Are we good? Is that it for the cast? Are we good? Say ballsack, United sucks. You got me, damn it. You stupid chat. I'm done reading with you guys. I'm over it. No more. Jesus, wow, this is like the most lively I've ever seen chat in any stream that I've ever had, and it's all over the word ballsack. That's crazy. We need more ballsack out of your mouth. Ballsack really blew this one. This is actually kind of good. I like this. Anyway, 12-0. Revel making this look like a regular old day in the office. A walk in the park. The crosshair of Axiom disappears as soon as he pulls out his fully automatic rifle. The nades are what unlock the key to his aim. The people demand it. You guys are rude. Don't demand anything from me. Awake as a player to the left and to the right to deal with. Should there be a smoke from a teammate, though, it should make things a lot easier. The AWP pulls away eventually, stripping his vision. Bapsy no longer has any way of looking over at Archway. Waiting for a flashbang, though, is Axiom, and there it goes. He's walking around the corner, not looking at where the players are, and I'm genuinely confused at what's going on in this game right now, because it feels like I'm watching an MDL match circa 2018, where everybody wants to make money, so they start to throw the game. MP9, the last player in the B-bomb site, all the way in the back with all these players circling around him, not going to work at range, does decent damage, but no kill. And the last 2 CTs left standing are Yados and Tyre, and seeing as they have no opportunity to win out any other rounds otherwise, they're just going to have to try and find kills, but when Severe is that on point, what more do you do, man? It's like ridiculously quick from him. Clearing every angle with the Tech 9 now from the top of mid. It's going to be Reaper who puts in the final blow, the final nail on the coffin, 13-0. Only 2 rounds left into the half, and the CT sider broke once again. Man, oh man. Oh, nice. Nice, Logic. You ruined it. Now they're literally going to lose this round. Real nice. Can we see Caster? No, you can't. You can, Seemich. Everyone else can, unfortunately. Axiom does find that opener on a Jack Rogue running through a Molotov at the top of Banana with Kraken nowhere nearby. And yet another frag found by the Scout. Things are starting to look a little bit scary for the T side now as Awake does good damage into the top of mid to try and crack open to the A-bomb site. They do have a kill working in their favor at this point, but how much more can they find before they actually make their way in? I want to see Ballsack Party. I am the most unprofessional caster there is. And I'm proud of it. 3 versus 3. AK pulls one back. Reaper the man to do it. Deagle in the hands of Yados at the top, though. May be able to close out any kill that would come their way in a moment. But Shotgun, I say come. Shotgun, close up at lane. Spots Awake. It's kind of an awkward angle to have to fight at, though. But Yados catches one jumping out of the balk. Now he's got his Deagle in hand as he falls right back in, waiting for Endless to rotate over. He has no reason to fight into this. Bomb will be planted. Not really giving his teammate enough time to make his way back. Moto smoked. Yeah, I don't know why Peak. Honestly, okay, hear me out. Listen, I know I'm supposed to be big professional caster man and be like unbiased and not say things, but I'm one of those casters who likes to debrief bad Counter-Strike, and Ballsack United unfortunately are just playing bad Counter-Strike. It's not good. It's very loose, very uncoordinated, it looks like they don't actually know. They don't have any game plan. That's what it looks like. It looks like they're not going into this with a mentality of what they know that they should be doing as protocol from round to round. And it's clear to tell that Revel have that to some capacity, an infinite amount more than BU do, because at this point in the game, it's honestly really hard to watch. And I've casted for Revel time and time again. They're not against me saying things like this because there's not really a whole lot of politics involved in it. It's just Counter-Strike. It's just a game. But at this point in time, BU are just playing really bad CS, and it's visible. Bapsy accidentally drops the smoke onto lane as he falls off of the angle he was playing from. Looked like he was trying to traject it a little bit different. Endless with a solid kill. At the side of Arch, making it a little bit less of a detrimental situation as Jackro clears out the B-bomb site, though. It looks to be that 15-0 half. A phenomenal way of getting things through. Reaper, unfortunately, goes down to Bapsy, who picks up the AK-47, and the CTs have rotated over somewhat successfully, spotted a player as well. And now we'll have to see how things go over as the Molotov keeps the CTs with one player isolated at least. Doesn't look like he's going to stay on that side for long. And why is Endless so ridiculously far back in CT if his teammate is going through the smoke to enter the B-bomb site? I'm so confused. Jackro, inside of construction itself with 40 HP onto him. Both CTs are going to be retaking from CT, though. They're going to drop the AWP player in the back of the bomb site. Good angle from Kraken, though, to drop the first. Bapsy's low HP, and Jackro will finish the job, a 15-0 half. And we go into the second with a absolutely insane way to get back into this game from BU. There's just zero cohesion here, no team play. Did they even scrim? Chat, you have never been more right. Wow, I love casting. I love Counter-Strike, but I do not like when I cast games where one team is clearly outclassing a team because it looks like they don't care. It looks like BU are just playing out this season with very little care in the world, and that is a waste of my time, that is a waste of their time, that is a waste of Revel's time, and that is a waste of everybody else in the league's time, because there's no place in the season for anybody who's not giving absolutely 100%. At that level and above, there's no place for it. Zero. Do not be taking up spaces at that level of Counter-Strike if you plan on not playing seriously. That is my word. The word of God, if you will. Wow, a lot of kills found at the top of Banana by BU, though. Off rip, they find 3. Kraken not yet rotated. Jackro still in the back of the bomb site. Looks like the 16-0 is not exactly locked in by any means. Kraken and Jackro are going to have to be heroes right now. Still 3 at the top of Banana. Now make it 4 as they regroup. Bapsy, though, maybe caught out. Not quite sure. Ooh. Seconds different timing, and it was possible. Jackro's going to pull a Stewie 2K from the back of New Box, though, and find a quick triple. And leave it to the 1 versus 1 for Kraken. No worries whatsoever. They start to cross into the site. Now they know that they're coming. 5 bullets left in his clip. Make it 2, make it 1, and he gets run down. As anticipated, the 16-0 has been shut down. Unfortunately, would have been a lot of fun. Would have been a really good opener to the season. Still a really good opener to the season, but you always love to see that coveted 16-0. Bapsy will put 1 into the back of the skull of Kraken to lock their first and only round at this point into the game. Fist bumps. Yo, guys, good stuff. Guys, we got it. Let's go. Come on. Head in the game. 14 rounds right here. Come on. Bada bing, bada boom. The Deagles and the P250 and the 5.7. The full buy from Revel, trying to finish it sooner rather than later. They've got so many rounds to play for. The reason why not. No pun intended. Every round counts for standings. You're right. You are right. Contact at the top of mid, knowing they just have pistols as expected. You know what, actually, just a quick, talking point, because I've got a lot of players in the chat that know a little bit more about Counter-Strike than me. Do you think it would be viable to do the hero buy for CT sides like they do for T sides? Because okay, listen. I've played a lot of Counter-Strike, and I don't remember a time where a CT side has purchased a rifle or 2 or 3 for their teammates and then sacrificed themselves to just have deagles. I think that teams should be doing that a little bit more often at this, especially now, you know? I feel like there's a lot of, especially now that the A1S is a lot cheaper, I feel like in rounds where you lose the pistol, there should be more times where teams drop over 2 A1Ss and a player buys an SMG and armor or something. I don't know. The money is usually just awkward. Yeah, that's fair. Oh, yeah, util too. Yeah, that makes a little more sense. I'm just thinking in the sense of trying to make plays and things, because in that round, Revel, unfortunately, don't get any kills. And they had utility across the board for the most part, but they don't really play with it. So. 1 Kettle, is that you? I love Kettle. Kettle is on my team. We love Kettle. Fake Kettle? Shit. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. That all adds up. Kraken tries he made down range with the new nerfed Eagle's not going to find much. Only a single shot into the side of Endless, taking him down to 65. But a second round for BU. No buyback for Revel. The next round, though, will be where they can do all their work. Come to my Denver land. Come to my North Brunswick, New Jersey land. How about that? How about that? I miss this caster. So good. I miss you, man. You're so good. Where the hell are you? Jesus, I know so many of the names in this chat right now. They probably don't know me very well, but I know them. All 5 stacked towards the B-bomb site at the top on the other end of the smoke, waiting for it to fade. A flashbang goes through. Endless will find the first. Axiom half line will find one of his own, but Awake through the smoke will actually find a double. Good eco round so far. Reaper will lose his life eventually. USP still pulled for Jackro, not able to find anything more, but beggars can't be choosers. 2 kills is still more than good enough. Yo! Fear! Oh my god, dude! Where's my mom? Is my mom in the chat? Mom, are you there? I know everyone else. May as well. What? Sloopy or sloppy? That's my boy Sloopy. Yo, this casting is super good. Thank you. Thank you. Peek towards the top of mid, holding into alt is Severe. He's not playing it as aggressively as Tyre had in the last half, and he's got no reason to. Flashbang into his eyes, though. He's smart enough. He turns from it. No problem. Almost finding that pick, though, down to 34 HP off of the miss. Still a lot of banana control denied from the T's at this stage, seeing as the CTs are not playing for top banana, have now given it away with a minute left in the round just about. Things come to sort of a standstill as the smokes come out to the A-bomb site, though. 3 players here, no bomb. They're not going to be committing to it. I guess they're just trying to give off a rotation, maybe, with bomb still dropped in spawn. But the question is, who's going to pick that bomb up? There's literally 50 seconds in the round. To get back to the bomb will take at least 10 seconds for whoever does it. I believe it'll be the banana players, too. Oh, wow. Reaper's really smart. Oh, my God. That's so intelligent. Up on the top of the balcony, he tries to extinguish the Molotov dropped in towards Pit with his own smoke from the top of a balc. They're not going to be clearing that as aggressively. And we'll see how that pans out with 20 seconds left in the round with bomb at the middle of mid, man. Yeah, this is the last round of the game. I'm calling it. Caster Curse, whatever you want to call it, it's over. Reaper at the top of the balc will find that first. Has to be traded out sooner rather than later. Jack Rowe will immediately bring one back. 11 seconds left, though. He's going to do a little bit more, and I've Caster Cursed it. Damn it! Haha, just kidding, guys. I wanted to cast more Counter-Strike with you. Bomb will be planted. Awake. Asleep. Oh, man. Kraken pulls away with what little dignity he has left after his caster that his organization has paid to watch the game has jinxed him. Bring back Pizza Boy Caster. Who's that? Who's Pizza Boy Caster? I don't actually know what that is referring to. All 3 of the T's will save in the A-bomb site towards the pit. They'll lose a little bit of their HP, but their guns will remain. Their armor just the same, and they'll be buying back even still. Revel, with not a whole lot left over in their savings accounts, they're going to be buying back into the next, more than likely, playing with pistols in the saved M4. Where do you cast that? Like what, like... I cast for LCA Broad... I don't know if I think you're talking to me. LCA Broadcasting is who lets me know what games I want to cast, and if I can, and then I accept. And then I kind of just go from there. I can cast whoever I want. This is obviously ESEA Advanced. I don't really do anything other than ESEA. I get paid to do ESEA primarily. I'm trying to branch out a little bit more, but you know. I'll take whatever I can get, and so will Awake. Takes a quick shot into Axiom down to 20. He'll be a little bit worse for wear than his adversary, but that's not really that big of a deal. How much money do you make? I make all my money from LCA. I'm not going to disclose how much that is, but LCA is the only one who pays me directly. The organizations pay LCA, and then LCA pays me. In turn. Yeah, I actually make 7 figures now. I got a raise. I make 7 figures. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. I didn't think they would, but they did. Shotgun to the top of first orange is not going to be too successful. Severe will do what he may, and Boost he'll actually find one with the USP. It's a 2 versus 2. Bomb still on the site. Jack Rowe trying to make his way back. And it feels like they're... What is this? Is this a lineup? Okay. Not bad. Not bad. It was a little bit of a free hand, so it's pretty good. Pretty good stuff. Retake with 2 pistols against 2 AKs is not the easiest of tasks, to say the least, but we'll see what they can do. Footsteps heard. First kill found. Tyre will find the second as well as they line up. He'll find a hat trick in the round overall, reaching a third of Revel's rounds at 15-5. Oh my god! Trying to do this for a living now, guys. I kind of just gotta bang out all these games. I gotta bang out as many as I can, you know? Gotta get my name out there. Everyone has to remember my name by the end of season 40. That way I can cast a major for free. Bapsy into the apartments, though. He'll be taking his sweet old time, missing his jump a little bit. Embarrassing, to say the least. It's a Pretty basic for man split to the 2 bomb sites for the T side, regrouped now as Tyre pulls his way back. A lot of top banana control taken. They don't really have to use a whole lot of utility to even gain it, which might be an issue for Revel at this stage. If the T's continue to bait out utility from their opponents, which seems to be the case. Reaper, typically the bout player, is there even still, and he's there for a reason as he continues to spray on every single bullet through the wall, even onto Bapsy. He gets that man advantage and the first pick in the round. It's looking like a solid way to get things rolling into the 21st round. Only 40 seconds left, and this is like a really obvious thing, seeing as they throw a smoke to archway and then throw nothing else, and the footsteps are heard either running away or not heard at all, which is a big tell, seeing as there are 30 seconds left in the round. Awake in the back of the bomb site, Kraken here as well. Molotov to force Awake out into a new angle, and he'll reposition to the front of the fountain. Doesn't find a kill, finds good damage. Kraken left to do the remainder of the job. 2 low HP players, though, and they'll actually line up for him. 1, a second as well. Bomb not being planted any longer as Endless has to get off thing. Kraken's trying to go huge, and he does. A third, and Jackro through the smoke will find the finisher. 16-5. And that will finish out the night, ladies and gentlemen, as we do go a little bit longer than maybe most of us had it. Who do come out on top. Revel is victorious. Take a look at that. How do you feel? Because I'm feeling pretty good. I'm glad to have casted this as the opener for Revel. I actually closed out their season last time around, I feel, or I remember at least. So this has been a lot of fun overall, and I'm glad to have been here with you all before we go into our quick interview. We will be with Kraken in just a moment, talking about the matchup. If you guys want to hold on, we'll have a little bit of a chat, and we'll see how we feel. Kraken S. Not a player I've actually gotten to interview before, I don't think, so we'll see what he has to say now. Kraken, my man.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, perfect is right. You guys are looking flawless on that game overall, I feel like. I mean, it's obviously the opener of the season, and I believe that team was a 9-5 team last season, or something close to it. And you guys were feeling pretty good at the end of the season, it looked like, as well, for the most part, at least in terms of just being competitive, especially considering you guys went the full distance. You guys didn't blow out at the end of it all. So how did you feel going into this game, and how do you feel now that the game is over in retrospect in comparison to what you were expecting?
So we obviously picked up 2 new players, Severe and Awake, between this season and last. And so we were feeling pretty confident, but the practice was a little lacking coming into this game. So I was a little unsure, but I knew we would do well, or at least I hoped we would anyway. And then in retrospect, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
That just felt like we just ran them over.
Yeah. You guys didn't really feel like you had to change a whole lot up from beginning to end there. It was kind of just you playing your game throughout it all?
We threw one fast strat at them, but we didn't even use any of our other stuff that we tend to do in scrims. So.
Yeah, and obviously you were the 108 ADR player of the game. You were the highlight player of the server overall, and you were about 20 ADR, if not more, than the next closest player to you. So how do you feel in terms of individual form, having had a little bit of a break between seasons? And on top of that, to follow up, how do you feel about the break between seasons now? And how do you feel about how the season has been structured in terms of playing only 14 games as opposed to, what was it, 16?
Yeah. I'll answer your second question first.
Right.
The break between seasons now is a little weird because it feels like the teams that go all the way in playoffs, like Davenport, for example, it feels real bad for them. Fortunately, they all stuck together, but for teams that actually have to switch a player, or like one of their players quits the game, or something like that, it's like a tragedy because they don't have any time to find a replacement.
Yeah.
And all of the replacements normally already have teams at that point because it's like the season starts a week from that time, right? That's kind of crappy. I honestly think they should switch from 4 seasons a year to 3 and keep it like same length of the season if they want to make this like more competitive.
Right.
In terms of like overall like getting better and better. In terms of my performance, I played well. We have some good games, some bad. You know, I hope to keep doing what I'm doing, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Had
and
a good start.
I don't want to jinx anything for you guys for the rest of the season, but at least these next couple of games don't look all that bad. It looks like you guys have a pretty easy, not easy, a good ease into the season, so to speak. Instead of having bangers back to back in the beginning, which not a whole lot of teams usually get, but it's really nice to see that you guys have a leeway at least to find your footing with 5 players, 2 of which are being very newly integrated into the system. But do you guys think that you lost a lot that needs to be replaced in these next 2 players, or how do you feel as an individual seeing these new 2 players in your team thus far? Do you think it's going well? Do you foresee it being better than the last team in any capacity? Obviously, no player is better, right? You know, but I think you understand what I'm saying.
I think our team is going to look different.
Yes. Different, yeah. Different's exactly what I was gonna say as well. Yeah, I realized you dropped out.
You know what? My Discord just restarted. That was really weird. But to answer your question, our team looks different. I'm not necessarily sure that it is better or worse yet because we don't have a lot of practice coming
Right,
into
of
this.
course.
That makes it a tiny bit worse, but we're getting there, and we've already started better than we did last season because last season.
So good vibes to start off is what I'm getting basically. Good vibes. All right.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we can kind of end up on that note for the night. We had a good kind of quick game, and we've got Kraken here on the interview, a player that I haven't had the honor to speak to throughout the team just yet. So thank you, Kraken, for stopping in at the end of the cast. So that wraps up the night, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to thank you guys for stopping in as well. Likely we'll have another LCA broadcaster on your next match. Maybe it'll be me, maybe it won't. But thank you, Kraken, again for joining me tonight, and thank you all for joining me as well, and have a good night.
Thanks for the cast.
Absolutely.